Hi everybody, it's Mushfik here, and today we're going to be talking about 3 ways you can bond with your teenager better. Oftentimes you'll notice that when you are trying to bond with your teenager, it is really hard. They're trying to distance themselves away from you, and they don't really want to spend time with you. I'm here to tell you that's very normal. You see, when people hit the teenage years, especially your kids, they are going through this process called individuation. What that basically means is they are slowly creating a strong sense of self for themselves. What that essentially means is that as teenagers are growing, their brain is going through drastic changes. And within that change, they are learning how to become themselves. They are slowly becoming independent individuals outside of their family. That means doing a lot of experimentation about who they are and also creating distance from the family and connecting more with their peers because they're trying to figure out who their people are and who they are as human beings and what their values are. So it's very normal for teenagers to create distance away from you, and that can make parents often feel so disconnected with their child. But I'm here to tell you that's very normal. And there are things that you can do even as they go through this individuation process to help yourself feel closer to your child. So as you're trying to bond closer with your teenager, one of the first things I always talk about is instead of trying to make everything a lesson, try to come to it with curiosity. You're often going to notice that your teenager is going to do a lot of things differently. Their behavior is going to change. And as a parent, oftentimes you're going to want to lecture them and give them life lessons. And I want you to stop for a second and ask yourself, is that what the teenager really wants? And is that going to really help you feel connected with your teenager? The answer is oftentimes no. And instead of trying to teach them a lesson, what I want you to try to do is come in with curiosity. If you see them trying new hobbies, or if you're seeing them try something that you don't necessarily agree with, instead of trying to lecture them or try to give them advice, come in with curiosity and ask them why they are wanting to do a specific thing. If you're seeing them change their hair color pretty often, instead of saying, you shouldn't be changing your hair color, it looks so unprofessional, try to ask them, hey, what's up? Why are you wanting to change your hair color so often? Or just being like, oh, I really like this hair color. What was your thought behind doing this? Take an interest in why they're doing what they're doing. When you're showing an interest and curiosity within their lives, teenagers are going to want to come and talk to you more often because they feel less judged and will feel like the parent understands them. And it'll also help you increase your empathy for your child too, because you're going to understand what they're thinking, and therefore you're going to be able to help and support them more than just trying to give them a lecture about how things should be. Because remember, developmentally, teenagers are in the phase of exploration. And oftentimes that exploration needs to be met with curiosity instead of lectures and lessons. Because if you are trying to lecture your child, it's going to make them feel like they're being rejected or something's wrong, and they're not going to want to come to you more often. But if you help them feel like they're being understood, and if you help them feel like, oh, you're actually curious about why they're doing something, it's going to make them feel safe. And when you create safety, you're creating a strong relationship with them and creating a stronger bond where you can have open conversations about difficult subjects. The second thing you also want to do to feel closer to your child is going to be taking an interest in their hobbies or the things that they really care about. So that means if they're really into watching cartoons, take an interest in the cartoons that they watch. If they really like a sport, take an interest in it and watch that sport with them. Doesn't mean you have to like them. All we're saying is take an interest in it to understand it because you care about your child. What that's going to show is mom and dad care about what I care about, or even if they don't like it, they care about me and they're willing to spend time with me. And when you do that, it really creates a moment where you can bond intentionally. But when you're doing that, it's very important that you're not asking a lot of questions or trying to teach them something. The whole point of this is letting your teenager lead and just taking an interest in their life. When you're taking an interest in their life, what you're showing is that you understand their world, and you're stepping into their world in a way where you're helping them feel like parents care about their interests. By doing this, you're instantly having time where you guys are together and also feeling closer together because you're understanding them better, you're taking an interest in their world, and the kid is feeling like you care because you're choosing to spend time with them doing something that they like. And the other thing I would also recommend is quality parent and teenager time activities. That means once a week, go and watch a movie together, or find a day where you have family board game night. If that's really hard to do, find small amounts of time that you can spend with your teenager where you guys are having one-on-one time without distractions. So if you have a really busy day and all you can muster is 15 minutes where you go get gas and your teenager is in the front seat with you, do that. Go get some gas, get some Starbucks, and talk about their day. And obviously, remember, that is not a time to be lecturing your child. It's a time to be curious and really understand what's going through their life. Think about reflecting their feelings way more than trying to teach something or lecturing them. So that will look like if they say, oh, history class is so hard and I hate it, instead of going, oh, you love history class, you used to love that so much, that's going to invalidate their feeling. What you really want to focus on is reflecting their feeling. Oh, history class is so annoying for you. By doing that and having that one-on-one time together and reflecting their feeling, you're showing them that you understand their feelings. And that doesn't mean you have to agree with their feelings, but you're validating it. And that's going to help your child open up to you more and really feel that the parent gets it. So when you're spending that one-on-one time together or having that family time together, the importance is helping your child feel accepted and understood. And if you haven't noticed, every single one of these advices, the biggest thing we're focusing on is the relationship between the teenager and you as a parent. Because the relationship is always going to be the most important thing, no matter what. No matter the skills that I teach you, the biggest thing is always going to be helping your teenager feel like you understand and you care about them. And it's doing some basic things like spending time with them, taking an interest in their hobbies, or even having curiosity about their lives can go a long way. Parenting does not need to be this complicated thing where you have to try a million different things. The simple things of spending time with them, having curiosity, and showing that you care goes a long way. So that's our video on 3 ways to feel closer to your teenager. If you like this video, please hit that subscribe button, and I hope you all have an amazing day.